Good morning and welcome to the first installment of many of the Wildcat Buzz. I'm Allison Finley.
And I'm Madison Scott. Let's get started with the Wildcat Buzz.
Where now you know.
In this week's edition of the Wildcat Buzz, we'll be covering the past 2 weeks' events and future events to come.
This week we'll feature the crazy events of the first 2 days of school and a great win on the football field against Blue Ridge High School with a score of 57-34. Now over to you, Edmund, with the weather.
Welcome to your weekly weather report, Wildcats.
It's going to be a hot week with a high of 90 degrees and a low of 70 degrees. Throughout this week, it may rain.
But nothing will compare to the tornadoes from the first week of school. There are multiple tornado warnings for only one touchdown in the area. Luckily, this did not stop our football team from scoring many touchdowns at their game. Now to sport.
Week 1 was a pretty interesting week. We had our first varsity game, which we won with a final score of 57-34. Last week on Thursday, JV had their first football game against Southside, winning with a final score of 44-12. And then on Friday, we had a varsity game against Southside, winning with a final score of 14-9. And luckily this year, guys, we have not lost a game yet, thanks to our amazing football team. This week, JV has their first home game against Walhalla at 6, and varsity has an away game against Walhalla at 7:30. Cross country started off the season with their first meet called Fight Like Wyatt this past Saturday at Hillcrest High. Varsity boys placed 13th and varsity girls placed 11th. Their next meet will be Saturday, September 4th at Milliken Park, called the Eye Opener. The first race will be at 8:50 a.m. starting with varsity boys and will be the same as the previous week. Starting times will be 30 minutes apart from each other.
The Lady Wildcat volleyball team started their season with a tournament at Burns, placing 5th overall. Simone Wyatt won tournament MVP and all tournament selections, as well as Sophia Rizzatello. On August 26th, girls varsity and JV played against Wren at home. JV fought hard but ended up losing 1-2. Varsity put up a fight. The first set was 25-27 Wren, the second set was 23-25 us, the third set was 25-27 Wren, and then the last set was 21-25 Wren.
Last week, our girls' tennis team had a great win on Tuesday. They won 6 out of 7 lines against Pickens and lost against Powdersville on Thursday. They played yesterday at Greenwood and have a home game tonight versus Wren.
The Woodmont High swim season kicked off Wednesday the 18th. Their first event was against Floating Springs and Middle Tiger YMCA. The boys scoring a 79-75, the girls scoring a 69-58, both winning. Then on the 21st, they attended the Splashdown Invitational at the Westhead Aquatic Center. Their next meet is Thursday, September 2nd at Middle Tiger YMCA against Burns High School, and the time is to be determined. Check out next week's Wildcat Buzz for the scores of next week's meet. Girls golf tees off on August the 31st with their first match. They play at Holly Tree against Hillcrest and Malden High Schools.
Hey guys, I'm Coach Carter, the athletic director at the Woodmont High School. You know what? A wise man once told me, if you want to be happy for an hour, you eat a steak. If you want to be happy for a day, you play golf. If you want to be happy for a week, you take a cruise. If you want to be happy for a month, you buy a new car. If you want to be happy for a year, you win the lottery. But if you want to be happy for your entire lifetime, you beat Hillcrest every time you play them. Let's go Wildcats.
Last Friday, SGA put on our first pep rally of the year. This was our first pep rally since COVID. SGA worked really hard to prep for the pep rally by placing stickers to make sure we were socially distanced and able to have this awesome event. SGA prepared even more by practicing the relay races and making sure everything was ready for our students. Big shout out to Miss Neesmith and all of SGA. For more photos from the pep rally and games, follow Ryan Lewis Photography 1 on Instagram. No surprise here, seniors won the Spirit Stick at the first pep rally. Way to go, class of 22. This week's theme for the football game is Whiteout at Walhalla. Class t-shirts are on sale for $10. Senior jerseys are on sale for $25. They need to be purchased by September 3rd. This can be done through My School Bucks or bring in a completed form with cash or check to Miss Neesmith. Now over to Fine Arts. This previous week, the theater program had auditions for their fall musical, Matilda. Auditions took place on Monday the 23rd and Tuesday the 24th. Callbacks were Thursday the 26th. The play will take place November 11th through 14th and the 19th through 21st. For more information, please contact Mr. Culpepper or Miss Gill.
10-minute class starts this week, and make sure to dress in school-appropriate clothing that fits the dress code. Open house was last night and was ran by the BTSA.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on @WeAreWoodmont High School on our Instagram. Tune in next week for the Wildcat Buzz.
We're now, you know.